Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a everyday glam makeup look. I'm doing this video today because I think everyday glam is underappreciated. I think that we need to embrace the everyday glam and not have to spend an hour or more on your makeup every day. So this is what I do when I want to be a little extra glam but still everyday appropriate. Nice natural lashes. You don't have to wear falsies if you don't want to. Your nice natural lashes and a coat of mascara will do just fine, but I just wanted to be a little extra glam on this video. So let's get to it and learn how to do an everyday glam. So to get started with this everyday glam look, first I do the skin. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep my skin for the makeup, and I love to use the rosehip seed oil. That's kind of what I use instead of a moisturizer because I do have really dry skin, especially in the winter. So I really love this. This is super cheap. I got this at Vitamin Shop for like $8 or something. It's really good. So I don't have my ring on right now because it gets oily. So I'm going to put some in my hands and rub it all over my face. Good to really focus it on areas that are extra dry. I get dry under my eyes weirdly, and especially my forehead and this area up here. You can kind of give yourself a little massage too as you go. I also like to put some on my lips. It really helps, especially in the winter when you have really dry lips. So I let that soak into the skin for a little bit, and then I go on with the rest of my makeup. So now that it is soaked into my skin, we're ready to start with the rest of the makeup. So what I do next, it depends on if I have a lot of pimples, if I have a lot of things I want to cover up. On those days when I feel like I need a little more coverage, I like to use my NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, and my shade is Mont Blanc. The days when I feel like I just want to spot conceal a little bit and have more of a natural look, I like to use my NYX Dark Circle Corrector. I have a video on this where I show you how I can use it to cover up all the redness, and then you're good to go. You don't even need foundation. So this is the days when I feel like I don't have a lot of things to cover. And that's kind of today. My skin's not too bad. I have a few blemishes, but all in all, pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and I kind of just find those areas that I need to cover, like that pimple that just popped up. Especially around my mouth, I really like to cover that. Around my nose. I especially like this for dry skin because if you have dry skin, it's not going to dry it out more because it's a nice kind of emollient texture, so it's not going to dry everything out. I have a little bit of redness on the side of my face. I like to cover that up. And since this has like a peachy base, it does a really good job of covering up redness and dark discoloration. So once I put it on my face with my fingers, then I kind of like to blend it in with a brush a little bit. Definitely put it under your eyes to cover up those dark circles. Now I feel like I have kind of more of an even base. I don't really need foundation. I think I'm pretty good on that. The next thing that I do is blush, and my favorite blush of all time and that I have in my professional kit is the Milani Luminoso blush because it is beautiful. I've talked about it many a times. It's perfect for pretty much everybody. A lot of the days I don't use bronzer or contour because I feel like I don't really need it, and so I use blush kind of like a contour as well. Smile a little bit. So I don't just keep it on the apples, I like to bring it up and put it like this so it kind of uses the natural contour of your face. So I kind of like that. instead of bronzer, especially when you're fair like me. It's a struggle. You do want it on the apples of your cheeks. You can definitely do that. Am I gonna do a little bit? Do a little bit on top of my nose. So now that our blush is applied, then I like to do highlight. And I love to layer my products because I really think for an everyday glam, you want it to last. I like to start with a cream highlight, and this is the one that I love, and I highly suggest everybody try out. Even you can get a tiny little travel size, and those are worth it in my opinion. You need the tiniest amount. This is the MAC Strobe Cream and Pink Light, and I really love this one, especially if you're fair. There is a gold one and like a medium one, but this is the one I really like. So I like to just dot it, the high points of my cheekbones, and rub it in with my finger. I find that soaks into the skin and looks the most natural. I do like to put it right here because then you can see it when you're looking forward, which I think is important. When you're looking forward, you kind of want to see that highlight. So bam, just like that. And it's okay if it overlaps on the blush. I kind of think it complements it very nicely because it's like a pink tone, just like the blush is like a pinky peachy tone. You kind of just want to tap it in. Then the other places I like to put highlight are the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow. After I have the strobe cream, then I like to layer it with my IT Cosmetics Hello Light Cream Illuminator, Anti-Aging Radiance Cream Illuminator. That is the full name. It's meant for anti-aging, so if you are aging, or even if you aren't, I think it's a beautiful highlight. It's very nice and natural and glowy, and it doesn't have a bunch of chunks of glitter, which I'm kind of over. I don't really understand. So I like to tap it where I put the strobe cream, especially here on the apples. I love this stuff. It is so beautiful. Really makes you feel nice and natural and glowy. That's what I do for highlight, and as you can see, you have a pretty beautiful, glowy, almost wet feeling highlight. I love that for every day. If you don't have a lot of eye makeup, I feel like it's really important to have just amazing, beautiful, glowing skin. That's what I do for the face, and then I do a tiny bit on the eyes, and I'll show you that right now. If I want to be extra glam, I use false eyelashes, which I will use today in this tutorial, because I think it pulls every look together, honestly. But they're a nice, natural pair of lashes. So before we do that, we have to prep our lashes for falsies. So I like to curl my eyelashes, and the eyelash curler I like to use is the Surratt Beauty Releve eyelash curler. Best eyelash curler I've ever used, hands down. It works really well for people with wide eyes, with like hard to reach eyelashes, the ones that are really short and really stubborn to curl. I already did curl them a little bit, but I'll kind of show you guys the effect it gives. I mean, look at that. That's amazing to me. Once your eyelashes are curled, then you grab your favorite mascara. My favorite mascara at the moment is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. It's waterproof, which is good for every day. Definitely you want your everyday glam to last. What I do like to do is wipe off the excess onto a paper towel or onto the tube itself. Then I'm going to apply the mascara to kind of prep for falsies. Now that we have the mascara on, you can decide if you want to wear falsies or not, but honestly, this would be good for every day. But since we're going for glam, we want to do a little extra. Once the mascara is dry, I like to take my falsies, and the ones that I'm going to be using are the Ardell Demi Wispies. They're beautiful, natural lash. They're my favorite lash for just everyday Glam, in my opinion. I feel like you could have more of a crazy eyelash, but this is a nice natural one. I use it on pretty much all of my clients, so I really like that. One trick that I have really enjoyed recently, and I don't know why I haven't been doing it all the time, is applying the eyelash glue to the lash line and then putting the lash on. I've found that it really helps if you have problems with placement of the false lash. This will be a foolproof way because you're literally just putting it on your lash line. You do have to be careful not to get the glue in your lashes. This is gonna take a lot of concentration. So I did get it a little bit in my lashes. It's kind of tricky, but as long as you get it close enough to the lash line, it'll work. Let that get tacky a little bit and then you apply the lash. And I like to use my eyelash application tool right here. Put it as close to the middle as you can and apply it. Then you kind of squeeze them together with your natural lashes, and that's how it looks in comparison to without the lash. I'm gonna apply the other lash off camera and I'll be right back with the rest of the Glam. So I know it's kind of backwards, but what I like to do after I have the eyelashes applied is to add a little extra oomph to the lash line. So first I like to prime my eyelids. I like to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I just put that on my eyelids so that I can feel like they're a little more neutralized. The next thing I like to do is take a flat liner brush like this. I don't take it with liner, I take it with a brown eyeshadow, and the one I love is MAC Brun. And I've been looking for a cool toned eyeshadow like this for a long time, so I'm really excited that I got this. It works really well to be light or to build up. It works really well to smoke things out. I love it, so I like to really pack it on that brush, and then I kind of pull the falsies down and I go to the lash line and I kind of apply it. Doesn't have to be perfect, kind of like sloppily. Since we're not using eyeliner, it just kind of gives it a little more of a dimension. So I just add it kind of like that, wiggling it back and forth. You can make it more smoky or less smoky, but I kind of like to bring it out a tiny bit over here. You can see the difference between both sides. This gives you a little bit more depth. So kind of do it on the other side. You can always apply the eyeshadow before the falsies, but I kind of just like this. I like how it looks. I think it just adds a little extra thing to your everyday glam. Then I like to take the exact same brush, the exact same eyeshadow, and put it tightly the bottom lash line. Not on the waterline, but right below it. So I kind of like to stamp it just on the outer part. I don't like to bring it in because I don't want it to look too smoky and too like evening. This is an everyday glam. You can smoke it out a tiny bit because I just kind of like how it's not smoked out. Adds a little something to your eyes. If you want to add a little extra pop into the inner corner, you can take your same luminizer and just kind of add that. Then I like to take a lip gloss, and you can take any lip gloss, any lipstick, whatever you want to do. I take the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee, which is my all-time favorite. All these butter glosses are amazing, by the way. If you need an everyday gloss that gives you a little bit more color but still really nice and natural, these are great. So then I like to take this and just put it on my lips. This is a nice everyday color. Then the last thing that you can do if you want to is brows. I don't really do brows on a daily basis, but when I do, I just kind of brush them out. And what I like to take for eyebrow product is a brow pen, and this is the Salon Perfect Tri-Tip Brow Marker. and it is in universal taupe. So I like to take this and kind of fill in the places where I don't have hair because I was not blessed with good brows, let's be real. Like that, make a little brow hairs because we got a little wild and crazy with brows. Then I like to set my face with a face setting spray. The one I really like is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. It has the greatest sprayer, so you just kind of spray it. So this is my everyday glam. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up and share with all your friends. That would really, really help me out. If you want to become part of the Lustrous Beauty community, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you're notified when I upload and you can be part of my Lustrous Beauty community. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to stay lustrous. Bye!